Richie, welcome to Forest Green. It's great to have you here. I mean, firstly, you must be excited to get started.
Yeah, I am. I can't wait. I've obviously come this morning, travelled from Liverpool, and it's a lovely day. And I've come in. It's driving in. I was looking at the scenery as I was coming in, but also seeing the club and the ground. I was really excited, and I just wish the season could start tomorrow really, and I just can't wait to get back on the grass and I suppose seeing the game on Sunday and turning up today, and it brings it all to life really. I just can't wait to get meeting the players, get the ball back on the grass and get coaching and get cracking on it really.
Absolutely, and obviously you're coming in as an assistant to Rob Edwards. You know him from your time with the England development phase.
Yeah.
How does that relationship work? How's it sort of grown over time, and what would it look like on a match day?
Yeah, I mean, I actually first met Rob at Blackpool. Not many people know that, but Rob was coming to the end of career, and I was, I think I was under 18s head coach at the time, the 18s head of coaching, and then obviously as time progressed, Rob went his separate ways, I went my separate ways, and then we sort of come back together again in England, and we were familiar with each other obviously from the Blackpool days, and in terms of my role as an assistant to Rob, it's something I've always done. It's something I'm really comfortable with. I'm first and foremost, I'm there to support him in all matters, on and off the grass. And I suppose in the week we will be bouncing off each other on the coaching pitch. First and foremost, it's Rob's ideas, and I can challenge them ideas and help them, will help the club be successful. And I suppose that is part of my role. To get success and help us all achieve success, and any support I can give them, I'll be giving 110% every day to make sure we get the success that we want.
And during your time at England, you held the role of a lead out of possession specialist coach. I mean, that I imagine to many people is quite an alien concept, that you even work on that side of the game, but I think it's often underappreciated, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, when I first went to England, if I'm honest, it's something new. It was innovative. It was something that they've created and had a lot of success with winning European Championships and World Cups, and going with the process of the in and out of possession model. It's something I believe in. I have a massive passion for defending. I have a real good passion of the arts of defending. I think it is undervalued these days, and I think people don't value it enough, and I think that part of my job, especially at England, obviously is to see the game as a whole, but it's to be more specific around what it looks like, what defending looks like, what does it look like when we haven't got the ball. So looking at tactics, strategies, individual defending, collective defending, units, but really getting into the detail. I think what it did teach me at England was getting really down to the detail of what it actually is, but then making sure that everyone valued it, from staff to players. And it was like I always say it was like a 3-year degree for me. It was a massive learning, but something I took a lot from, and I think it was, a lot of the success we've had at England, I felt it was due to the model and how we created it.
And obviously you had a lot of success with the development sides during your time at England.
Yeah.
You also had a lot of success in your earlier career with academy sides and developing young players. I think you helped hand 5 youth team players a championship debut.
Yeah.
And 1 youth team player a League One debut. Yeah. So obviously that would be great news for the academy, and also the sort of the ethics and morals of the club as well.
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, I never forget where I come from in terms of my roots. I was started at Everton Academy. I was an under-9 coach, so I've got a passion for developing young players from when they were 9, and then obviously as I've gone through my coaching journey, I've always liked to work with young players. I've always liked to try and help them and coach them and develop them. I like to think I see potential, and then when I see potential, I know how much work you can do with them to get the best out of them. And what gives me more pleasure than anything is when you see these young players, especially if they're your own, and they're coming on and they play for the first team or they make appearances, and it's a proud moment for not just the academy and yourself, but for the whole club. Fans want to see their own, and I think whether it's a young player from your own club or a young player that you've brought in, I've got that passion and desire to work with them, and as long as they've got the same desire and passion to work back, I think it's a great opportunity to get young players and move on their careers. And I suppose the players I still look at now who are making great careers in the game, and that's the satisfaction you get as a coach. Any coach in the game at any level, that's the buzz you get.
And you'll have seen, obviously, watching Forest Green's playoff semi-final, second leg on Sunday night, that there are a lot of young players already in the squad, so that would be something that I'm sure you're looking forward to working with and growing these players. Watching that game, I mean, it's the other side of playoffs, isn't it? It's the heartbreak. But with you've had a lot of success in the playoffs. You actually got Blackpool through the playoffs in 2016-17 and promotion from League Two.
Yeah, I mean, that, you know, it was a great experience. Ideally, we would have liked to go off automatic, but, you know, when everyone likes the excitement of the playoffs, and I suppose watching it on Sunday night brought back some great memories for myself. Obviously, we played Luton in the semi-final, and it was a backs against the wall sort of game, but saying to Rob on the way, it really reminded me of my experiences that I had in a semi-final. Luckily enough, we come out on the other side, and it's you know, the experience that drives me on. It gives me the energy and the passion to go and do it again. And I watch the game on Sunday, I see the young players playing, I see the potential. I thought the crowd were absolutely fantastic on the night, and it did remind me of it. And I thought, you know, the club have got the ingredients to go one better next season, and I suppose that's the challenge for everyone, to see if we can go one better. But, you know, from experience of doing it, I feel like I know what it looks like, I know what it feels like, I know how to get there, and I can assure we'll be doing everything we possibly can. And with the support of the fans that I've seen on Sunday, we can't wait to get back, the fans get back in the stadium and help us achieve that for next season.
And with the fans being away for so long, only coming to, I think, 4 games, including the playoffs, this season, having them back was almost quite an emotional experience. And at the end of the game, it was so fantastic to see that despite losing the semi-final on aggregate, they were so behind the team. It really shows a real positive sign for next season.
Yeah, it does. Everyone needs fans, whether it's players, staff. We all love football, and what I did see on Sunday was the passion from the fans. I seen the energy lifted for the players. I felt it just watching it on the telly. You could see the emotion in the ground, and I think it's a massive part of any football club that if you've got the fans with you, you've got a real chance, and it doesn't need to be 50,000, it can be 1,000, but if everyone's singing off the same page and everyone's in it together, then you can achieve success. I'm pretty certain of that.